All right, let's look at this problem together. Antonio paid off his car loan this year. His payments were $259 a month for the first 8 months. The last payment in the 9th month was $125. What was the total Antonio paid in car payments this year? Okay, let's read through that again. Antonio paid off his car loan this year. His payments were $259 a month for the first 8 months. The last payment in the 9th month was $125. So what was the total Antonio paid in car payments this year? So we're looking for the total amount paid. So we're going to have to add, right? Or we can multiply, which is repeated addition. Okay, so Antonio paid off his car loan this year. Okay, that's great, but that is really not any part of the information that we need, right? What do we need to know to make our plan on how to solve this? His payments were $259 a month for the first 8 months. Now that's important information, right? So we have $259 a month for 8 months, and then in the 9th month, one payment, his last payment was $125. So we have two things going on, right? We have monthly payments of $259, and then we have this last payment of $125. All right, so let's get organized. What you know, the 8 payments of $259 and the one payment of $125. The plan is to find the total. When they say total, that means we're going to be adding, or we can be multiplying, right? Because multiplication is repeated addition, as I said. So, do you want to add together $259 8 times? 259 plus 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 259, or do you want to multiply to get those first 8 payments? And then, of course, we're going to be adding this last payment of $125. I think I would rather multiply 8 times 259. So for my plan is going to be to multiply 8 times $259. And then I will add the one payment of $125. But you know, I'm going to estimate first to make sure that my multiplication of the 8 times 259 is in the right ballpark. Okay, so let's estimate, let's say 8 times 250. Well, I know that 250 times 4 is 1,000. So that means that 250, this is my estimate, so 250 times 4 is 1,000. Oops. Okay. So 250 times 8 is going to be 2,000, right? So I'm going to add the 125 now, the $125 to the 2,000, and that gives me 2,125. Okay, so my estimate is $2,125 in total car payments. All right. Now we're going to do the hard work and see if our answer comes out to close to 2,125 total. Okay, remember this is our estimate for the 8 times 259. And then, of course, we have that one payment there of the $125. Okay. So let's do this. Let's go ahead and separate the 259 by place value. We can change 259 to 200 plus 50 plus 9. We'll just take it apart into smaller pieces to make it easier on ourselves. So 200 plus 50 plus 9. Okay, we know that 259 equals 200 plus 50 plus 9. Now we're multiplying by 8. Okay, so it's going to be 200 times 8 plus 50 times 8 plus 9 times 8. Oopsie. There we go. So do you see what I'm doing? I'm going to multiply each of these numbers times 8. Once I do that, I'm going to add them all up, and that's going to give me the total of 8 times 259. All right, so this one's pretty easy. We know that 2 times 8 is 16, and there are 2 trailing zeros. All right? We know that 5 times 8 is 40, and there's 1 trailing zero. And then we know that 9 times 8 is 72. So all we're going to need to do now is add these up. Let me go put some space-saving zeros in here, and then I can just add them all up on top of each other like we have them already listed here. Okay? So let's add them up. Boop. All right, so what do we get when we add 0 plus 0 plus 2? We get 2, right? Good. All right, and then what do we get when we add 0 plus 0 plus 7? Right, we get 7. All right, what do we get when we add 6 and 4? Right, we get 10, but I can't put 10 down here. I have to carry that 1. So I'm going to put a 1 up here on top. This is the 1 that's being carried or regrouped. All right, so we're going to do 1 plus 1 plus 0 plus 0. Oh, that's 2. So my answer is 2,072 for this first part. Okay, this first part here is 2,072, and if you see, it is very close to our estimate, which was 2,000. Right? See our estimate here? Okay, so now what we're going to do is, now that we have 8 times 259, or 259 times 8, we're going to add the $125 to this. And I should put a space-saving 0 here, I think, just so I don't get confused. All right, so now I'm going to add these up. Let's see what we get. All right, so we have 2 plus 5. That's 7. Duh. Okay, and then we have, let's see, we have 7 plus 2. 7 plus 2 is 9. Okay, and then we have 0 plus 1, which is 1. And then last one here, we have 2 plus 0, which is 2. So, the total amount that Antonio paid was $2,179. Let's answer in a complete sentence. The total Antonio paid was $2,179. Is this close to our estimate of $2,125? Yes, it's pretty close. So I think we got the correct answer. Great job, everybody. And congratulations to Antonio for paying off his car. What's your dream car?